Hello, we're going to be covering how to use lists to play songs. So we're going to create a simple music player that can walk through multiple songs in a list and play them one after another. You'll be able to skip forward and skip backwards, and you'll be able to start and stop songs as well. So let me give you a quick demo. Now we can stop the song. We could also skip forward and play new songs. Skip backwards. So let's take a look and see what it takes to build something like this. So starting from scratch, we won't need the poor cat, so let's get rid of him. And what we're going to want to do is add some custom sprites. These are some custom sprites that I was able to find online. You can create your own or do something similar like that and try to find some online as well. So essentially what we're going to have here is a back button, and then we're going to have a forward button, and we'll have a play button as well. Now the play button we're going to want to be able to move back and forth. Oops, I messed that up. So one moment. Sorry about that. So the play button we're going to want to be able to turn into a stop button as well. So when we toggle between play and stop, we'll use a costume for that. I believe it is 6. So now we can toggle between a stop and a start costume for the play button, or a play and a stop. And let's start adding in some code. So the first thing we're going to want to do is on the forward and backwards buttons, let's add some scripts to send out events if a click is received. So if the sprite is clicked, let's broadcast a move backward event. And then if the forward sprite is clicked, let's do move forward event. And now on the play sprite, in the beginning, when someone first starts the program, we're going to want to make sure that we always start on the play costume. So let's first change to the play costume. And then let's go ahead and create a variable. Now we're going to want this to be for all sprites, and we're going to call it play music. So what this variable will control is whether or not we should be playing music at that given time. And then next we need to check for click events, because the user, when it clicks on the sprite, can stop or start playing the music. So for this, what we'll have to do is we'll have to check the current state of play music. So if play music is equal to 1, then we know we're already playing music. Otherwise, we're not playing music. So what we want to do is every time someone clicks on here is we want to toggle back and forth between play and stop. So if we're currently playing, then we want to stop playing. And if we're not playing, we want to start playing. And the reason if play music is 1, we switch costume to play, is we want the play icon, which is this one, or the play sprite costume, to show up when we're not playing, and the stop to show up when we are playing. So if play music equals to 1, which means we're playing music, then we want to toggle the music off. So we want to set play music to 0 and switch costume to play. That way they can click play again. Otherwise, we want to set play music to 1 to start playing, to say that we're starting to play music, and we want to switch the costume to stop. And then we also want to trigger an event to say that we should play songs. Finally, in our stage, we can go ahead and add the song logic. So we're going to add a few different things in our stage. One is we are going to add a list. So let's find a list here. And we're going to call this the song list. And then we're also going to add a song index, which will be the current song that we're playing. So in the beginning, we want to set the song index to 1. That'll be the very first song that we play. Next, just as a safety check, just to make sure that if someone's already playing a song and then they're stopping and then they're restarting the script, we'll just go ahead and stop all songs in the beginning. Next, we need to check for some of the different broadcasts. So what we want to see is if we receive move forward, then we want to move to the next song in the list. So we want to check to see if the song index is at the end of the list first. So if song index is less than length of song list, this means that we're not at the end of the list yet. So we can go ahead and move to the next song. However, if song index is greater than or equal to length in the song list, that means we're already at the end of the list and we can't move forward anymore. So what we can do instead is we can set song index to 1. This allows us to loop around back to the beginning of the list. And now that we've set our current song, we could broadcast a new event to play a song. Move backward works fairly similar, with the exception that we're going backwards in the list instead of going forwards. So when we receive move backwards, if song index is greater than 1, so that means the first song is index 1, so we can't go before that. Then we could change song index by -1. So this will allow us to change and move backwards in songs until we hit 1, and then we'll no longer go backwards. And then next we can broadcast that we want to play a song. Then when we receive the play song event, we're going to want to stop any song that we're currently playing, because it's possible that someone has during our current song, it's possible someone's wanted to move forward or stop playing the song or do something else. So we want to stop all the sounds, and then we want to quick check to see whether or not we're actually playing music. So if play music is greater than 0, then we can play song until done. Now, we don't want to play song pop. We want to play whatever the current song is in the list. So what we're going to want to do is get the item number of the song index. And then after that song is done playing, we want to be able to move forward to the next song. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and say if play music is greater than 0, then we'll go ahead and move forward. To the next song. Now we currently don't have any songs in our song list. So what we're going to want to do is go to the backdrop, go to sounds, and let's pull in some sounds. So let's choose some sounds from the library. Let's bring in birthday. Medieval, techno, and let's do dance funky as well. So now the backdrop will have these 4 different songs available. However, they're not in our song list yet. So to actually play the song, we have to add them. So let's add birthday into our song list. So now we see that birthday is present. However, that's the only song that we have. We're going to want more songs than just birthday. So let's go ahead and add birthday, medieval, techno, and dance funky. Now, unfortunately, at this time, Scratch doesn't have a way of automatically adding songs if you put them in the list. So if you want to add more songs, you have to make sure to go to the backdrop songs and add them in this list first. And then the list item name needs to be the same as the song name here. So let's go ahead and check, and now we should see additional songs in our list. So now you can see we can skip forward, skip back. But we do have one problem. The stop button isn't working. So let's go and check and see what's going on here. All right. So if play music equals 1. So what we forgot to do is we forgot to stop the current songs if we stop playing music. So let's check and see if that works now. And there we go. Now we have a music player. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.